Give it up for Rickey Smiley. Hi, Rickey. Nice to see you again. I haven't seen you, I don't think, since I came to your radio show.
Right.
Years ago.
Yes.
You look good.
Look at you, Wendy.
All those kids, you still have all your hair?
Right.
And no, like you look good, Rick.
Wendy, I have never had a cigarette, weed, or drink in my entire life.
So you're just crazy by nature?
Yeah, just naturally funny, but it's crazy, Wendy, because I have this serious side, you know, because I get called to the White House often to have some political conversations.
Yeah.
You know, I worked with the Obama administration this year. I've been in politics my whole life. That's like the little, kind of like the little dark side. Nobody, you know, like there's an interview with the First Lady of the United States, but yeah, I just, you know, and I love kids, so that's how I just end up with so many kids.
Yeah, well, you have your own kids and then you adopted your nephew,
Yes.
which is a lovely, and you're raising them as a single dad.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's dial it back to, Rickey is one of the legends in radio. He's been around since forever. A lot of people.
Following your footsteps, Wendy.
But I was
Following your footsteps.
Thank you, Rickey.
Right, come on, like for real. You have opened up a lot of doors for
Thank you,
people
Rickey.
in radio, so, you know, we always admired you.
But a lot of people, though, are late to the party. Like, you might only know Rickey now, you know, with his show, much like, you know, with my talk show. But you can't
Right.
discount how lovely radio is.
It's fun.
And so now you've turned your radio show, which, by the way, you do it from your house?
Sometimes I broadcast from home. I have a studio built in the house.
Do they have to enter in your living area, or you know? Because I'm just heaving at not strangers, but I don't care, interns, radio producers, like people in the house.
No, I actually, all of the guests are in the studio in Atlanta, or sometimes when we broadcasting from Chicago or Miami, they would come into that studio with, you know, with everybody. But when I broadcast from home, I'm usually there by myself. So I wake up, take a shower. You know, 4:30 in the morning, take a shower, get a cup of coffee, and just walk in the studio and just work.
Flip the button.
Flip the button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, so he's turned his radio show into the TV show Dish Nation, which that's a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
With you, and the show has been on now for how many years? Like
Well, the radio show has been on 10 years. We started out in Dallas, Texas on 97.9 The Beat, and it just kind of expanded.
I didn't hear about it 10 years ago.
Yeah, you came on the show like way before Dish Nation when you were promoting this show.
Yeah, but I'm saying Dish Nation, though, I don't really...
Oh, I think that was like 4 or 5 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because my old neighbor, Todd Pettengill,
Yeah.
who works at 95.5 PLJ,
Right.
he used to be on there, but I guess he wasn't funny enough, so they cut him.
Well,
And
no, he was funny. You know, as a matter of fact, I spoke to him this morning.
They cut some of those radio stations, though. What happened? How's he doing?
He's doing good. Where I broadcast from here, I went into the studio where he do his morning show over there at Madison Square Garden, and I saw him on screen. I had a chance to speak to him and talk to him today.
Yeah.
So,
But you guys survived the cut. Like there were like 100 TV radio stations on there.
Right.
And only the cream rise to the top. By the way, I think that Portia and the Brat are terrific additions.
Man,
I think,
Wendy.
you know, I love Gary, but I think that Portia and the Brat are really terrific.
You know what? I thank God for Portia. Portia and the Brat are like little sisters. You know, as fine as Portia is, you know, it's hard working there with Portia Williams.
With all that
Portia
booty.
is thicker than a Snicker. But it's a blessing to have the Brat on the show because she's so real and she's been through so much. And
She really has smart conversation.
Absolutely, and I absolutely love her. Brat and I, we have a grandmother connection. So Brat and I, we were real close to our grandmothers who's deceased, and we just have our little moments where we just we have a real bond. And since Brat been on the show, the ratings have been through the roof. We're the #1 morning show in Atlanta, Miami, Baltimore.
And that's the radio show.
That's the radio show.
In addition to Dish Nation.
Right.
Now, here's what I want to ask you.
Okay.
So Claudia Jordan, you know, used to be on Rickey's radio show, but that was only for like a year. And then all of a sudden, you know, I'm like, well, why isn't she the Portia on Dish Nation? And why isn't she on the radio show? Like, what happened?
Well, the listeners, you know. Well, what happens, I'm in radio. You know Miss H, Kathy Hughes.
Yes.
And Alfred Liggins. So when we get the ratings back, I think some of it was a backlash from Housewives. So when you get backlash from Housewives, and then you on the radio show, and they come and say, hey, here's the ratings. We're in business with you, Rickey. What do you want to do? It's your show.
And this is what Rickey says. I've got 6 kids to raise.
Absolutely.
Portia, bye.
But let me say this. Yeah.
Her, bye.
But let me say this.
Claudia.
I absolutely enjoyed Claudia. She was awesome on the show, and she was professional. She came to work every day on time. And sometimes it just don't work out. And
I like her also.
You have to move on. So we went on and, we put Brat on the show, and Brat is the first female artist to sell 1 million records. And
people love Brat. By the way, in that picture that we just showed, Claudia, doesn't she look like Layla Ali, who's now on Celebrity Apprentice, in that picture that we just showed, right? Doesn't she?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now look, Rickey, let's talk hot topics. Chris Brown and Soulja Boy. What do you think?
Wendy.
Come on,
Let's
Rickey,
go.
we're grown. We're grown, Rickey.
Ooh, Wendy.
Come on.
Because you know we going, right? We going.
You're going to the fight?
We going. Now, I'm really close to Chris Brown and Soulja Boy. They like nephews. Like, Chris literally calls me Uncle Rickey or whatever. Like that's really like my nephew, like in real life. Like, I really love Chris. And I have the same kind of relationship with Soulja Boy. As long as somebody benefits from this and they could feed some families or whatever, but I think on the physical...
Rickey?
They're gonna fight, Wendy. They're gonna fight. It's gonna happen. I'm not with it, Wendy. It's gonna happen.
Do you like my idea? I said they go to a boot camp, like American Ninja boot camp, and they he who wins, wins. Come on, with the fists, we're grown, Rickey.
I thought they're gonna have on boxing gloves.
They are. No, they're fighting. You don't want that, Rickey. You're grown. That's bad for our people.
I mean, Wendy, Floyd fight, Mike Tyson fight. I mean, Floyd is gonna train Soulja Boy, and Mike Tyson is gonna train Chris Brown.
I know the story.
And to have them in the corner like that it might be fun. When we might be able to feed some kids, we might be able to open
all the
up
money's going for charity, but Rickey.
Right. I don't know. And so, well, let me ask you, who you think is gonna win between the fighters?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't think that the fight will come to fruition. I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
Because I think that the hangers-on in both of these guys' camps are going to start so much stuff. Somebody's going to get hurt.
You think so?
March is a long time away. This fight is not until March. These boys, even if it's not those two, it's the hangers-on, the ones who want raises, the ones who want to be, higher up in the Rickey, I can't believe your answer. I am disappointed with you, Mr. Smiley.
I don't want them to fight.
If that's your real name.
I don't want them to fight. It is my real name.
Is it your real name?
I don't want them to fight, but I think it's going to happen. But if it happened, and since it's going to happen...
You might as well watch.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch. I mean, well, look, I have a radio show, so the guy in the back going, yeah. So we have a radio show, so we have to talk about it.
You're
it's
an
gonna
animal.
Be right.
Congratulations on the 3rd season of your reality show.
Yeah. Yes.
Now let's stop talking nonsense and get down to the real Rickey and what he believes.
Let's go.
Because you wouldn't put gloves on your own sons and get him out there.
My son is actually a boxer.
Okay.
He's a trained fighter.
Okay, so how old are the kids?
I have 2 15-year-olds in the audience right here.
They're twins?
Yep. They're right there. There you go.
I can't see. There's
in
a
the
camera
military
in the way.
uniform. Look at him. Stand up.
Oh, how you doing? Cute. Wow. How you doing, girl? That's your daughter, too.
This your Auntie Wendy.
Now, look, how old are they? They're 15?
They're 15.
Do you realize that she has 4 inches of a belly showing, but that's how the kids do these days?
See,
Yes,
I took her to Limited too. I cannot find no clothes.
And low-rise jeans.
No, right.
You got it covered, though,
But
Rickey.
she's going to be a neurosurgeon. She shadows a doctor every day.
Good for you.
And she lives in Bogota, Colombia.
And good for you.
Yeah.
You know, Rickey, you are survival in the trenches of radio, and you've risen from the ashes to do great things. Rickey Smiley for Real airs Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock on TV One. And don't forget to check out Rickey's legendary morning show weekdays across the country. Our first guest guest hosts the #1 hip-hop radio show in the country. He also has multiple TV shows, and now he's the author of a new book. It's called Stand By Your Truth and Then Run For Your Life. I love that. Give it up for Rickey Smiley. Welcome back.
How you doing?
You smell good.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you. Not on the pillow, not on the pillow. Shoe cam, please.
Shoe cam, shoe cam.
Put your feet on those feet and twist and turn. Loved.
Love. What's up, Wendy?
Hi, Rickey.
Good to see you again.
Congratulations on your radio show.
Thank you.
I heard that it got picked up for 5 more years. 5 more years.
Yeah, 5 more years with Urban One. Shout out to Kathy Hughes. Kathy Hughes, Alfred Liggins, these black folks, Radio 1 and TV 1. So I'm excited. So.
Now, did they pick everybody up or just you?
Oh, no, it's everybody.
The entire.
Yeah, me, Brat, the Brat head crack, Gary with the T, you know, Rock T.
him.
Yeah, I know you love Gary. And thank you
love
for coming on our morning show, too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk hot topics.
Let's
What
go.
do you think about Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson and the whole Super Bowl thing? Were you paying attention?
Yeah, my thing is, you're gonna bring Justin back. Why can't Janet make an appearance? You know what I'm saying? I mean, she don't have to make an appearance with him, but bring her back. You know,
Eventually. You mean by herself?
by herself, right? Not with him.
Yeah.
But you know, it just I don't know. I just don't. You know, like you said, she was never apologized to, and they were demonizing her. But I
Right.
think that she should have an opportunity to come back because she is a Jackson. And you know, when you got 3 black royalty families. The Kings, the Obamas, and the Jacksons. Am I right?
What do you make of Birdman being, $12 million? What do you make of that?
And then, you know, the little stuff with Lil Wayne, you owe Lil Wayne money, then you lose the mansion, and I don't know. That's
Tough, right?
Yeah, I'm scared to say something because I don't want to get my ass kicked. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't fight Birdman. You know, I don't want that kind of drama because they, you know, you get to fight with those rappers, they get to shooting at tour buses. I don't even have a tour bus, so, you know, I'm riding around in my Ford F-150, somebody pull up on me. You know, but chicks like Toni Braxton, they get like, you know, they get the bag, like dudes like Birdman, you know, they winning as far as the women. You know, here I am, you know, I have on a nice college sweater prescription.
Do you have a girlfriend?
You know, nah. But dudes like me, you know, the good guys never win. You understand?
What about Portia?
I can't get a chick to text me back that's already pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
What about Portia? She's single.
Portia's beautiful. She's awesome. I love working with her every day on Dish Nation where we make lunch money. I heard you. I was watching it. I heard you.
I'm just saying.
I heard you.
Well.
But not, you know, we don't take stuff personally. We were sitting there laughing at you. We watch your show every day. If I was not working with her doing Dish Nation, she's definitely somebody. Portia's a Southern belle. She's awesome. She's kind. She's friendly. She's a lot of fun to hang out with. We hang out sometimes when we all go out. We have a good time. But, you know, just a good Southern belle that just really like wifey-like. She's a good catch. Like she's not. Yeah. And let me. You know, she's not who they portray on Housewives of Atlanta. I've hung out with Portia and been around Portia and her family. Those are really, really good people, and she is. Definitely will make someone a great wife. Definitely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, yeah. And she's fine. She's thick, as we say in the South. She's thick.
Well, Portia, at least you have job security with Rickey. Clearly. And you heard about Chris Brown and the monkey and for his daughter?
Yeah. I think.
He didn't get a permit. So they had to come and take it back.
The monkey is cute right now, but the monkey is gonna grow up. Because I don't know if y'all saw what that monkey did to that white lady in that video.
Yes, of course.
Back in the day. So
ripped her face off.
Yeah. right, those monkeys are strong.
Yeah.
You know, and Michael Jackson has passed away. That's the only animal whisperer that was living. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like right? Michael Jackson was the only Tarzan, the real Tarzan. Michael Jackson had giraffes, monkeys, he had everything.
But he also knew when to bow out because he eventually got rid of Bubbles.
Right. But yeah, Chris Brown need to let that monkey go because we don't want him to mess up, you know, pull the baby barrettes and hair bows out. Mess the baby.
Do you have pets?
I had a dog named Ty. He passed away. We had him cremated. So we have him he was a Jack Russell Terrier. He was a great dog. He would run out the door and run downstairs and jump in the swimming pool and swim. And my 91-year-old grandfather, that was so funny to him or whatever. But Ty passed away, died of natural causes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So.
I can't talk to you.
No, because in my mind, I'm trying to figure out, like, do you just walk in the house one day and he's laying there?
No, I think I gave Ty to my cousin, Angie, and her kids because I was on the road a lot, and he died in his sleep, surrounded by friends, families, and loved ones.
So, you know, Rickey's got 5 children, plus a whole bunch that you take in.
Yeah, I've raised a lot of nieces and nephews or whatever, and I'm a tough parent. You know, I've given a lot of kids opportunities, you know, sent a lot of kids in college. I have nephews with doctorate degrees. My nephew, I have Kappas, I have Deltas, I have AKAs, I have a Greek family. I helped send most of these little cousins to college, bought them all their first car.
Wow.
But I'm a tough parent, so I get a lot of flack because, you know, when my boys act bad, you know, or act up, I make them sleep in the garage. Cause guess what? The garage is in between going back in the house and going out the house.
Right.
So, you know, nobody's entitled. You
Right.
know, entitlement is the worst characteristic one can develop.
Yes.
So I believe in old school discipline and old school home training because it didn't hurt me, you know, because I came from the projects and I just thank God.
Wait, do they sleep in a car in the garage?
No. You go to Walmart and you get the little carts, and they sleep on the cart, and you give them a blanket and you put.
You mean a cot?
A cot. I'm sorry. A cot. I'm sorry. Well, you know, in the South, a cart is a cot. But yeah, that's right, a cot. So they sleep on the cot, you give them a blanket, you put Campbell's chunky soup where they can get the meat, and you do 2 suits per day or whatever, and then they get 2 baths a week and 3 outfits. Because my thing is, if you're gonna throw a party at the house when I'm on the road, I'm out of town, that's a liability. If somebody drowned or something, then I get sued. So if you don't think enough of me, I don't think enough of you. So why is it fair that you get to sleep upstairs in a warm room? And I'll tell you, Wendy, that's the problem with some of these kids now. They are entitled. They don't work anywhere. You understand? So, and the best thing about them sleeping, because all of my boys have slept in the garage. So when I go do the morning show, I go in the garage because I leave at 4:30 in the morning to be at the station at 5. But boy, to crank that car up and let that garage door up, and the cot is right there in front of the Cadillac. And then I just take my time. Bagging the car out.
It's all cold.
Yeah. I let all of the heat out. I'm bagging the car, and you ought to see them there because I have the lights on, and they're just taking the blanket, pulling the blanket up over their head.
But you know what? That is a good one.
Absolutely.
You leave them with the exhaust fumes and everything.
Right, because here's the thing, Wendy. Either you do that, or you go to their funeral. Okay?
So what's in the book?
Everything we just got finished talking about. But that book is not just about me, it's about my experience. It's a great book. It's inspirational. You know, I was almost killed. I'm a gunshot victim. I was shot at point blank range. With a sawed-off 12
Where?
gauge. In the side. Right here.
Really?
Some in my elbow with buckshots.
Well,
so they was robbing this other guy, shot me to let the other guy know that he was serious. Didn't ask me for nothing.
Were you Rickey Smiley back then, or were you just...
Def Comedy Jam. I had just done Def Comedy Jam, came up here, did Def Comedy Jam. Martin Lawrence was the host. That was the only television that I had. I had BET Comic View at the time.
Wow.
But almost killed, and that I have a powerful chapter about forgiveness, because that guy did 20-something years in prison, so he had 5 more years to go, so I had to go to parole. So I went in there like, hey, he's gonna do the rest of his time, because when I looked over there and saw his mother that had nothing but her son trying to get her kid out of jail, and when it came time for me to speak, I had tears in my eyes, and I went from that to trying to get the guy out of jail, because God has blessed me and my career moved on.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
well, thank you for being here. Thanks for that story. Rickey Smiley, everybody. Tune into the Rickey Smiley Morning Show every weekday, and the book is called Stand By Your Truth. It's in stores now. Everybody in the studio audience is going home with their coffee. Love you for watching. See you next time on Wendy. Bye.
We're clear.
Hey, wait, hey. Don't go anywhere. This clip is over, but don't worry. I got you. Head over to wendyshow.com to watch celebrity interviews, exclusive backstage videos, the inside scoop, and the full segment of juicy hot topics. See it first and see it all now at the new wendyshow.com.